Hello everyone! I've noticed that a lot of cakes in this book call for other recipes that you have to make in order to make the actual cake. So I've decided that today we're gonna make what this book calls French cookies. So this here is the recipe. So I've checked up online what these French cookies are supposed to be, and I found out that I've got two results. One are cookies that are called elephant ears, which are made from puff pastry and sugar. So that's not even remotely resembling what the recipe states in this book. And the second cookie I found is Madeleine. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Those are also not what this book refers to as the French cookie, because first of all, they're baked in molds, and second, most of the recipes that I saw contain butter, and there is no butter in this recipe. So what this book calls French cookies are, from what I see, very similar to a regular cake recipe. It calls for egg yolks, egg whites, sugar, and flour, and you pipe the cookies onto the trays. So let's bake them and let's see what comes out, and if they turn out well, I'm gonna be using these to make some cakes in the future. So let's get started.
Mm.
They actually smell nice.
They do. It's got the real that homey, that familiar, nostalgic flavor from maybe your grandma, you know, when you were a kid.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I got it. I got that sense.
I thought you were trying to mess with me. They're quite squishy, actually. Now look, try to.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's actually really fucking good.
You know what this reminds me of? The ones that we used to make tiramisu.
The princess cookies.
Princess cookies? Ladyfingers.
Ladyfingers.
Yeah, right?
Mm.
Only softer.
Yeah, they don't have the layer of sugar on top. This is really good.
The taste is identical, I think, almost.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I think it is, yeah. It's very...
Those have more sugar.
A layer of sugar on top, and yeah, but these are very good. These are very like bite-sized as well. So maybe yeah, if you like dip them in chocolate, then they get an entirely new flavor.
Yeah, on their own, they're not my kind, because I don't know. I guess they're a bit too eggy and plain for me to want to eat them on my own, but I know some people
Leave
are
me
not.
at 2 a.m. alone with a bowl of these bastards and they're gone in minutes.
I know some people aren't bothered, yeah. No, I wouldn't. But yeah, I don't know what I expected, because the recipe only consists of eggs, sugar and flour, so basically like a basic sponge cake recipe. But
yeah, but these are very good, and I'll be happy if they're ever made again in the future by whoever, whenever, you know.
On their own.
Maybe spontaneously combust into the kitchen.
I would honestly prefer to use this in a cake or something, so maybe I will forbid you to eat this, so I so I can use them in a future recipe. But yeah,
these are very good, but it does miss a sort of flavor, I guess. So
yeah, they're really basic.
They're basic. I would give it a 7.
I give it a 6, I think.
6, 7.
I mean, as far as as far as the basic cookies go, I guess they're a 7. But as far as like cookies in general go, I'd give them even a 5, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I mean they're good.
It's all right. You can set them on the table when you have company over. People will eat them. But it won't be
nothing better.
But it won't be the star of the table, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, okay. Unless it's the only thing, then it has to be the star.
Then you're poor.
Like
We're not poor. We're
we're economically challenged.
No, there's a word for it. Eclastic?
Isn't that something else? Eclastic? Isn't...
I don't know. I'm lost.
No, yeah.
Okay.
So, thank you for trying these cookies with us.
Okay.
But I really like the shape. They're so cute.
Yeah, they're very cute. Very bite-sized, yes, I would say.
For you, not for her.
For her, they're hand-sized.
Okay, so after baking the French cookies, I have a few comments, I guess. I didn't expect them to turn out so similar to ladyfingers, which is probably because I never made ladyfingers, so I actually had no idea what the recipe, what the ingredients for them are, and I looked it up, and actually the ingredients are identical. So I'm guessing that when this book says French cookies, they mean a French version of ladyfingers, which are called I'm gonna mess up the pronunciation, but biscuits à la cuillère or boudoirs. Biscuits à la cuillère are a softer version of these boudoirs. So, but the ingredients in them are identical, as are in ladyfingers. So I'm guessing that this book is actually referring to that. So on the other note, as I was making them, in the book it states that you should be mixing the egg yolks and the sugar for half an hour. This is because they didn't used to have the kitchen robots as we have now, so I didn't have to mix for that long. It's enough if you I don't look at the time, but when you see that it's really light and fluffy, the egg yolks and the egg whites, when they form stiff peaks, this is approximately maybe 5, max 10 minutes, and it's more than enough. So yeah, that's my first observation. Then when she talks about paper put on tins that should be greased and sprinkled with flour, I just used normal baking paper, or okay, in my case I use a reusable baking sheet, which is basically very similar to baking paper, so whichever is fine. Also, when she says you should pipe the cookies, and gives you absolutely no size and no shape of the tip with which you should be piping them. So I don't know, I decided based on some other cookies that need to be piped, which use a star-shaped 6mm tip. So I decided to go with that one, and I think it turned out fine. So I would be doing it again with that tip if I would be making them again. Also, it says in this book that you should be, that you should be making it in medium hot oven. So I just baked at 175 degrees Celsius for, I don't know, 15 minutes, I guess, roughly. I finished baking when they started to turn nice shade of brown on top. So I advise you to, I don't know, check after 15-minute mark and see if they are not white anymore. I think they're done. You check if they come off of the surface nicely, and that's about it. So yeah, that's it for the French cookies. I will be using them in some future cakes. As we already said before while testing, they would be great with some tea or something like that, but I think on their own there are better biscuits to make. So yeah, for an ingredient though, we'll see how they turn out. So yeah, thank you for watching and have a good day.